Hi, my name is Sue Miller, and I've been a member of Canvas for maybe 6 months or so. I've been invited to give my testimony about tithing, and I just wanted to say that I've been Christian for, over 30 years. And unfortunately, I have not been tithing all that time. I really wish that I had, but I've really wasted a lot of time. But about 5 years ago, I decided that I was going to be obedient in this area. And it wasn't easy because I just knew that I wanted to be obedient. Malachi 3:9 says, "You are under a curse, your whole nation, because you are robbing me." And I just knew that I didn't want to live under a curse anymore. So about 2012, I decided I was going to be obedient in tithing. And don't you know, when you decide to be obedient in a certain area, that you're going to be tested. And I was. About 4 months later, I got fired. I got let go from my job. Thankfully, I did get a little bit of severance, but it didn't last very long. Got me through the next month or so. And then my cousin, out of the blue, sent me a check for $500, which was amazing. I didn't ask her for the money, but it helped me to get through until I was able to get a new job. Then, about November of 2012, I started a new job. Unfortunately, it was making $12.50 an hour, and that is just barely enough money to get by on. And so I decided that I was going to continue tithing. I wanted to be faithful even during the lean months. But you know what? God was faithful. He gave me favor with my boss. In 30 days, I got a raise. My boss was very generous to me. He bought me a new battery when my battery died in my car. He gave me raises, and very generous raises and bonuses. And so in the 2.5 years that I started the new job, I went from $12.50 an hour to actually about double that amount. Then in 2015, I was visiting a friend up here in Atlanta, and she said that she felt like God was telling her to give me $1,000. I'm like, what? Why? She didn't know. I didn't know, but wasn't going to tell her not to be obedient to God. So she gave me the money. I put the money in the bank, and I was like, God, what am I supposed to do with this money? And about a month later, I got a new job, and I used that money to pay for my move back to Atlanta. So then I went from about a $24 an hour job to $50,000 a year, which was incredible. I was an office manager and a legal assistant, and it was great. Amazing job. Well, right around this time, I had started increasing my giving. I went from 10% to 11%, and then I just kept gradually increasing more. Fall of last year, I increased my giving to 14%. Well, what happened next was that like a week later, I got another job. This job was even more money, and it was less stress, and now I'm working a 4-day work week. So anyway, there's so much more that I could say that's happened to me over the 5 years. My nephew got baptized, his girlfriend got baptized, her parents got baptized. So I've had so many blessings that have happened to me in the 5 years that I've been tithing. And I just want to say that if you say that you trust God, but you don't trust Him with your finances, then you really don't trust God. And obedience, especially in this area, is a key to unlocking the promises of God in your life and receiving answers to prayers. I know that just from my nephew. I'd been praying for him for so long, and to hear that he had gotten baptized, it was almost out of the blue. It was amazing. You cannot outgive God. Every time that I've increased my giving, something amazing's happened, like recently with the new job. The other thing I wanted to say is just be determined to try it God's way. Be prepared to be tested. But just remember that God is faithful.